everybody, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm working on just some greenhouse cleanup because we have, I don't know if you'd really call it a frost. I guess it's like a really light frost that is coming here in Arkansas in just like a few days. And most things will be totally fine. But I have these 3 citrus trees in containers outside. Two have been on the deck, one's over here in the cottage garden. And they all have been flowering in the last few weeks, and they're budding up to actually make citrus, which is crazy because it's really odd and it's not the right time of year. So I don't want those buds to be lost in the frost, so I'm going to go ahead and move them in the greenhouse. I'll be keeping the door of the greenhouse open for a while at least. If you hear the cat crying, that's Ozzy. He's very needy. So I'm really just in here to do some cleanup. I have different things, like I was just kind of reorganizing my plant food and my soil. I need to organize this better. Same here. This was like the last working station I was using. And I just need to get stuff cleaned up. You can see all my little signs fell. I've not been out here in a while, but it's okay. It's almost her time to shine. Soon I may be starting my greenhouse growing series, and who knows, we might even start that in this video, so we'll just kind of have to see. But I was looking to try and figure out, do I want to take any of these out? Okay, if you've never been in here before, I've got all these shelves here, and this is for seed and plant starting. But I've got to bring in that one citrus, and so I'm debating taking out this shelf so I can just position the 3 trees in this back corner. I might bring my monstera in here as well because it was sad in the house last year, so we'll just kind of see. Also, I want to mention, with the greenhouse and with the greenhouse growing series, I will be heating this greenhouse when necessary, when it's super duper cold. So we'll keep the door closed. We'll have an electric space heater out here with the temperature set, and then I have this temperature thing out here, which actually syncs to an app on my phone, but I've not looked at that in forever, and I might have actually deleted that app, so I'll have to look. But anyways, right now it's 84 in here and 80 outside, so the door's been open. We've also got all these gourds and pumpkins here. Some of them are dying. So I need to go through these. A lot of these look really terrible. It's probably because like these gourds are supposed to be stored where it's like dry and not humid, and it's very humid here, and I've had them in here. These I'm just going to be moving to inside the building. This white pumpkin, I'll put it on the porch for fall decorations. Anything else, you know, that's still usable, we'll use. The rest I will toss. We got some of these metal things here. They go on the outside of the greenhouse right here. We had a tree limb fall on the greenhouse in the spring. So we've got this issue here. We'll have to look at this before it gets really cold because it's also caused a gap here. But anyways, we have all the pieces. This is where the tree limb actually came in, and it came dented here and dented this shelf also. So anyways, fun times. So yeah. I'm going to get to work on that. And then I'll show you how these citrus trees are doing when I bring them in. I'm really low energy today, but I'm wanting to be productive and get some stuff done. And I have another big project going on that'll probably be in the next video that I've just continually run out of supplies, whether it was mulch or landscape fabric. It's that big new bed over in front of the house. And so I get like 20% done and hit a roadblock, and then 30% done and hit a roadblock. So that's kind of where I am now. I'm waiting a few days for some more landscape fabric to come in. Had to order it because apparently nobody around here wants to carry that in October. So, anyways, so I'm trying to be productive in other areas when the lack of that project complete just keeps weighing on my mind and really getting on my nerves. So trying to do something I can be productive with. Oh, and today also, after my walk this morning, I came and I brought our leaf blower, and I blew leaves out of the cottage garden. They're actually right here at the back for my husband to just mow over them and chop them up. Last year I left the leaves all in here, and then I raked them out in the spring, this most recent spring. And that was so much work and made such a mess. There were so many leaves. I mean, we are surrounded by these gorgeous giant oak trees. And so I thought, you know what, this year I'm going to tackle it differently. I'm going to blow them out and I'm going to do it in 3 or 4 rounds, because when I had pulled all the leaves out of here before, of course it messed up my mulch, but also this was like 40 feet that way thick with leaves. It was so many leaves that my husband couldn't even run over them all at the same time. Like it took weeks to really like chop them up, get rid of them, integrate them into the soil. Like it was a whole thing. And so we're going to do that differently this year. I also want to show you this really quick. This little banana tree that I got in a container that they had planted succulents in it, I thought was cute, so I've left it. But I got another prickly pear. Woo! This one I found in nature, and I decided I would just go ahead and do a little bed here. Those things, eventually, it would take up like this whole space. Don't know if this is the permanent place for this guy or not, but it's good enough for now. Okay, so I brought in the first citrus. You can see these little buds. Let's add some more back here. Ooh, and here's the really pretty ones. Another reason I need to leave the door open is so these, any that haven't been pollinated, can still be. And then I brought in this little arch thing because I'm going to be using these containers to do greenhouse tomatoes and I think cucumbers. And so I was thinking I would do them in these containers, just set them down there because I'm not building in any beds at this time. And then I got one stand for my citrus. Let me go grab the other ones. Okay, here is my other lemon. And you can see this guy is just loaded up with blooms. There's Ozzy. So hopefully they won't come in here and bother stuff. This one is a Meyer lemon. And I think that's what this tall one is too. And then here is thornless key lime. And its buds look a little bit different. Look, they're all just clustering around. But this is just the first time they've done this. They didn't do this back in the spring, so I'm really excited about that. Hey buddies. So I did move that one shelf. I organized my supplies here and here. Gathered up all of these. Now we're just left with all these pumpkins. And then over here I have soil and amendments. And then liquid food. And then just some of the tools I use most often. I'll go ahead and leave that on the top here. This is usually like my workbench where I do things. And I would use both of these if I needed the space. But I think for now, it's okay to go ahead and leave this guy here because I can't put him here. Look at this cat. Opie. What are you doing? Opie. You're a turd. Anyways, because I need these two to go there. And they'll fit, but I may end up having to move this. I mean, it'll be a while before they either start growing up that at all. And with the tomato, I'm actually going to tie a string to the roof and have it kind of control the vine up that way. And then we'll just have to see as things progress. Hopefully they do well and get big and grow and all of that. So if so, we'll vine them left and right as needed. And so that'll be really fun. Let's see, it's hot in here. It just says it's 84, but I am sweating. Anyways, so what else do I need to do? I have a trash pile out there by my wheelbarrow of stuff to take out. I could go ahead and start my tomatoes and pumpkins. I mean my tomatoes and cucumbers, so I'll need to go inside and grab some seeds. I'm going to leave these over here on this side. Make sure they get plenty of sun until seedlings are up and maybe a couple of inches tall. And then I'm going to move them over here because they will be kind of semi-shaded here. So might have to pull down that fence there, which that's going to come down when we redo the fence back there, but we've not done that yet. So could probably go ahead and remove this part. Okay, so I put together another one. I'm going to try to grow cumin, so this will be an herb that will kind of get bigger. But then all around it I planted bunching onions, so these are just like the green onions. And so we'll see how that goes. So they're just everywhere. I basically broadcast the onion seeds and then I put on a little more soil on top because that was easier. I'm just going to find somewhere to put this guy. It looks like it actually would get... Well, it got cut off there at the end. Got cats in my lap. Anyway, so what I was saying is I ended up putting those pots where I know they'll get decent sunlight, and then once the seedlings come up and stuff, I'll reposition them around the greenhouse, find a good spot. So if you're interested in seeing how this winter gardening goes in this greenhouse series, make sure that you subscribe. These will be short update videos from here on out. I don't think I'll be starting anything else with the exception of maybe a container of carrots just to see. I'm not sure. I've got them growing in my raised beds with the greenhouse over them, and so I don't know if I need to do them elsewhere, but anyways, so I'll bring you guys update videos probably every couple of weeks because they do take a while to grow, but it's still fun to see how this is gonna go. So, and what I mentioned about repositioning them is because the greenhouse over here is on an angle, and it really just gets a good abundance of light with the evening setting sun. So we'll just have to play with that, play with the light, make sure that the containers are facing a good direction so the seedlings can get what they need. And so I'll bring you guys back, I'll bring you guys an update soon. Thanks for watching today. I hope you have an awesome day. Mwah.